Hello, and if you're after some good coral reef related news, well, then you're in the right place. You might be under the impression that the Great Barrier Reef has spent the last few years being slowly cooked. Bleaching, rising sea temperatures, climate change. I mean, it's not exactly a tourism advert. But I have some good news. The Great Barrier Reef is showing signs of recovery. New monitoring has found coral covers increased in the northern and central parts of the reef following the latest bleaching event. And one of the things that helped was the monsoon. The rain, cloud, and wind cooled the water at just the right time, giving the corals a chance to recover from the heat. So in the northern reef, coral cover rose from around 30% to more than 35%, and in the central region, it went from around 29% to almost 32%. That's pretty remarkable when you consider what the reef's been through. I mean, basically, the monsoon turned up and said, right, everyone, 5 minutes in the shade. I wish that meant that the Great Barrier Reef is fixed, but no, I'm afraid not. Far from it. Climate change and rising ocean temperatures are still a huge threat, and the reef remains vulnerable to further bleaching. But recovery matters. Coral can come back when it's given enough time between heat waves, and that's a really useful thing to remember when we talk about the natural world. We hear a lot about ecosystems being destroyed, and rightly so. But nature isn't always quite as helpless as we sometimes make it sound. If you give it a bit of time and a bit of breathing room, it can get on with repairing itself. So, as a reason today why everything's fine, probably, the Great Barrier Reef has been through another bleaching event, and rather than giving up, parts of it are growing back. The monsoon helped, the corals did the rest. It's not a solution to climate change, but it is a pretty good reminder that there's still something there worth saving. So, for more good news, check out our weekly podcast, Everything's Fine, probably available wherever you get your podcasts from.